Good morning, Mavericks. Welcome to a new week. A couple of things going on this week. It is our first week of testing. I want to say good luck to all of our second and third graders who are going to be testing this week for the first time. I want to encourage them to eat a good breakfast every morning, get a good night's sleep every night, and to do their very, very best on the test each day. This is your opportunity to show us what you've learned this week, learned this year, and all this hard work that you've put in all year. This is your chance to show us what you know. We're proud of you. We know you can do it. Just do your best. All right. For those of you who are not testing this week, I want to remind you of our expectations in the hallway every day, not just on a testing day. But while we're taking the ACAP, please make sure that you're being especially quiet. We will have some hall monitors to remind you, but you should need it. That's our expectation all the time. And if you see a second or third grader, make sure you tell them good luck. And that they can do it. Sometimes we need a little encouragement because we're tired after those tests. Am I right? So make sure you're being respectful and giving them the quiet time that they need to do their best on the test that they've been working so hard to prepare for. The number two thing that I want to talk about, we are going to do some staff shout outs, and sometimes I do those on the announcements, but we have quite a few today. So I thought I would share. Sometimes you guys don't hear those and on the announcements, and I wanted to make sure that you heard them today. This is when we highlight teachers and staff members for just being exceptional, and we appreciate them so much. Other adults highlight them for wonderful things they've done. So I'm going to read a few things and let you hear how the faculty in our building appreciate each other. It's important. Okay. First, Miss Davidson. She's a fourth grade teacher and is awesome. This is what one teacher had to say about her. Miss Davidson is not only a dedicated teacher, but a dedicated friend and coworker. She will support you, no questions asked. She cares about all of our kids' education. Miss Davidson has been taking on the role of science teacher for the entire fourth grade, along with the assistance of the substitute. She has been teaching all of them by utilizing the science lab. She doesn't have to do this, but she just cares so much about our kids. She doesn't view them as hers or mine. Miss Davidson exudes positivity. She's always quick with a word or a text of encouragement. She is so genuine and kind, and she is just a ray of light here at Mill Creek. Each week, Miss Davidson has displayed her dedication to teaching science for both teams in the absence of Miss Pravat, and she has all 6 classes in the science lab weekly. That's a lot. Teaching them and providing hands-on experiences. She has been a true gem in making sure that every class has what they need to excel in science. So we appreciate you so much, Miss Davidson. You have taken on a lot. If you are in Miss Davidson's class right now, you just look at her and tell her thank you. And all of you fourth graders, make sure you are giving her a hug today and telling her thank you, how much you appreciate her, because she's awesome. I've been in that science class and she's amazing. Next, we want to give a shout out to Miss Scroggins and Miss Constable. Miss Scroggins and Mrs. Constable address the needs of each student each day in many unseen ways. During the past week, they spent their time meeting so many of our children right where they are to process their thoughts and emotions during the loss of Miss Smith. And this teacher really appreciates them for the love and care that they show to our students. And if you don't know Miss Constable, that is Miss Mitchell. She got married, okay? And we do appreciate both of our counselors and how much they do for our students, especially in the hard times, because those things are hard to process, so we appreciate them. Next, we have another shout out to Miss Scroggins. You're popular this week, Miss Scroggins. This is a shout out to Miss Scroggins for being there for the 5th grade students and teachers this past week, making an extra effort to comfort us all during such a difficult time. She always goes above and beyond her duties as a counselor, especially through ACAP. She's done an exceptional job despite the circumstances, making sure that everyone is prepared. It's just an honor to work with her. Mill Creek experienced such a great loss this past week, and Miss Scroggins was amazing in orchestrating so much support for the teachers and the 5th grade students, all while continuing to organize testing. We're so grateful to have so many counselors we were so grateful to have so many counselors in the building, and especially loved having a visit from Barney. Yes, we were, the therapy dog. We know how hard Miss Scroggins works, and we just appreciate her so much in doing that with such a great attitude. And y'all are not gonna believe this, but we have another person who wrote up Miss Scroggins. Miss Scroggins works tirelessly with small groups, setting up ACAP, organizing sustained tutoring, helping with RCI, and many other things that we're just not even aware of. She's so valuable to our school. Thank you, Miss Scroggins, for all that you do. We see you. So, Miss Scroggins, I hope you are feeling valued today, because you make us feel valued so many times in a week, and so hopefully you are feeling that right back. Our next shout out goes out to Miss Boris. Miss Boris is an amazing teacher and person. She is generous with her time and is always here to help, even when she has a million other things going on. She truly cares about her students and their learning. She goes above and beyond to make her classroom fun and engaging. Next, this one goes out to several teachers, Miss Kinsley, Miss Williams, Miss Stoker, and Mr. Blackburn. So, give them a thumbs up if you are in their classroom right now. These awesome teachers are always willing to jump in and help whenever they are needed. Even though it wasn't their week to do duty, they jumped in at the last minute to help out when coverage was needed. We appreciate that they're willing to selflessly sacrifice their own time for the good of the team and to show our students what it means to be a real Maverick. Thank you guys for being team players. We appreciate you. Next, shout out to Miss Davis in 2nd grade. Miss Davis in 2nd grade is my go-to for my technology questions. She's always happy to help and not only answers my questions, but she goes above and beyond, providing lots of resources and helpful hints to make my job easier and my students' lessons more interesting. I appreciate her so much for her commitment to enriching student learning. So thank you to Miss Davis, and a shout out to you for being awesome. Next, a shout out to Miss Ortiz, a kindergarten teacher. Give the thumbs up to Miss Ortiz in kindergarten if you're in there with her. Miss Ortiz has been so kind in helping out with the Green Power Racing Team. Kudos for a job well done. She's definitely spent her time when she didn't have to. And for those of you that weren't aware, Miss Ortiz took our Green Power Racing Team to competition. Our car 700 won first place at the competition. We had another car win 2nd place at the competition, and another car win 10th place at the competition, and that is absolutely remarkable. Whenever our Green Power Racing Team goes to a competition, they are noticed and very well known and very well respected. And thank you, Miss Ortiz, for taking that on and for supporting our team. We really appreciate you. Next, we have Mr. Blackburn. Mr. Blackburn has been a tremendous help in our 1st grade PLC meetings. He keeps our notes in order, and he tries to keep our conversation on track. We know how that goes, Mr. Blackburn, and immediately sets up things in our shared drive, and we just really appreciate what he does for our team. Next, we have Miss Dixon, Allie Dixon. She worked on getting diaper genies for the pre-K classes, and we were able to get rid of all the big smelly trash cans in the middle of the hall, and that was really, really helpful. So we appreciate you, Miss Allie Dixon. I know that was some work on your part. We appreciate you. And I have one more, Miss Lori Patrick. Miss Patrick does a great job researching methods to help her students grow as readers. This week, she helped our team by sharing online tools to help our students practice skills within the Open Court website. She's always willing to share tips and tricks with her grade level teammates, and first grade, you guys work so well together, and I love that you share and want to help all of your kids. And thank you, Miss Patrick, for helping to do that. So we had a lot this week, but that just shows you students that these teachers are helping each other, and what a great model for you. They are real Mavericks, and we would like for you to be like that as well. I have one other announcement. We have someone new in our building, and his name is Rodney Richardson. Mr. Richardson is a former principal. That means he used to be a principal, and he just loved it, and he is back in our building. And so you're going to see him walking around. He is helping Mr. Wilson and I, or Mr. Wilson and me, and he might be in the cafeteria, he might be in PE, he might even come into your rooms, but he's just making sure that people are making good choices and being real Mavericks. So if you see him, I hope you will tell him welcome to Mill Creek, and maybe give him a high five or a fist bump to help him feel welcome to the creek, and help him welcome him into being a Maverick. All right, so that was a whole lot, and I hope you're still with me. The last thing we're gonna do, I have some very special guests today that are going to help with our character counts cards. They were super excited to draw your names, and they are super proud of you this week. All right, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week, and good luck on ACAP. Do your best.
Good morning, boys and girls. This is the first card that we're going to pull today. I'm going to pull two. The first person is Sammy from Miss Johnson's class. Other card is Liam from Miss Kerr's class. Congratulations.
I'm gonna dig way down in here. Killen from Moore's class.
You can pull another one.
Sure.
Yeah, pull
Another
another
one?
These
I
good
can do a
kids.
second. Got it here. Matthew from Story's class.
All right.
We're gonna leave this for Miss Rocker.
All right, Victoria from
I
Miss
couldn't say it. I'm
Davidson's class.
Okay.
Okay. Hannah from Mrs. Carter's class.
All right.
It better not be a difficult name for me. It's Kamaya from Miss Stoker's class. And I'm going to do quick. Carrie from Miss Sorato's class.
Risto.
Saristo. Serato, Saristo, all the same.
You got all of that.
JC.
Chance. 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 From Miss
Kinsley's class.
Kinsley's class.
Woohoo! Chance, good job.
Natalia Bruce.
Yay! Natalia Bush from Miss Kerr's class. Good job.
Natalia.
We got Vlad from Miss Eccles' class.
Good job, Vlad.
And we've got Raina in Miss Borey's class.
All right. Good job, everybody.